Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
This is a sick Negro.
You trust me. I don't give a fuck what you do for a bitch. It ain't enough. Trust me, my nigga. And once in a while, you meet an exceptional bitch. Remember, like in the movies, Django, the exceptional nigga.
Right.
Every once in a while, you might meet an exceptional woman who actually is happy that you are her friend and that you give her love, affection, and anything else. That's rare. I had a bitch, I did everything for this bitch one day. Then when it was time to go, the bitch was like, "You coming over?" I'm like, "I got shit to do tonight."
Are we on? Is this camera on me? Like the great Robert Kelly would say. Is this camera on me? Here we go. I want you to take a particular look at this, because I have the video. Obviously I have the video. I have the full video. I have the full video. So we will see it. But I want you to pay attention to this, the way the headlines are calling it. They're only highlighting what Sha'Carri Richardson said in the footage, right? So the last live stream, I remember talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, and I said that the footage is going to prove, obviously, they already showed they already have the footage of her shoving him, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be additional footage that comes out of her talking to the police, and it's going to make her look bad, right? So this is the video that we're going to see today. This is the video that we're going to see today that we're going to be analyzing basically all day. This is the video that we're going to be analyzing all day. But what's interesting is these headlines. The headlines don't say Sha'Carri Richardson throws her boyfriend under the bus. The articles don't call her out for lying. All the articles say the same thing. Sha'Carri Richardson calls boyfriend Christian Coleman a coward. Now, I thought that was quite interesting. Because it's almost a slick wording. It's a slick way to say, it's a slick way to kind of blame Christian Coleman about Sha'Carri's situation. I know what that is. It's almost like on Instagram where they show the additional footage, right, that I'm about to show you. When they showed the additional footage on Instagram, it was a lot of slick comments where they would say they don't make it in particular. They say, "Man, a relationship is a downfall for anybody," but they don't make it specific. They don't make it gender specific. They just say relationship, and they just leave it up to interpretation. So if you attack the commenter for saying, "Hey, what do you mean by that?" and they're like, "No, I'm talking from both sides. How are you so assuming I said relationship?" You know, it's slick. It's slick. Or if you do support Sha'Carri, then their true sides will then their true allegiance will reveal itself. And they will say, "You see, yeah, that's why Sha'Carri Richardson should have been in a relationship." So I saw a lot of slick comments like that, a lot of slick from women blaming Christian Coleman for Sha'Carri Richardson's predicament. There's a lot of slick comments that I saw like that, right? Shout out to Long Live the King. Shout out to Doug MPA. Shout out. Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson's behavior is stereotypical BW behavior. Yeah, we will. Let's analyze that. Let's analyze that real quick. People gonna be mad because literally the whole most of the stream is just gonna be me showing that video and me replaying that video over and over again, because I want people to see the language that she used, see like everything that she used, everything that she said in that video is very stereotypical BW behavior when they get caught with some. Specifically when you're talking about BWs that grew up a certain way, it's almost automatic. It's like the way she acted in that video. It's automatic. It's automatic. The fake the fake, the fake concern in her voice, her throwing Christian Coleman under the bus, talking about I didn't do nothing, y'all doing too much. The whole shebang. This is very stereotypical. Very stereotypical. It says Sha'Carri Richardson is going to end up deleting Christian Watch with a knife or something. Yeah, this is also something that there were some black women that did call out Sha'Carri for this, and specifically they did call out Christian Coleman, which I did agree, because there were some BWs that said, look, Christian should have pressed full charges, because the next time it's not going to be a pushing incident, because we already know when you're talking about a real DV situation, it starts off with a push. It starts off with a little, and then it keeps escalating. If it goes unchecked, it keeps escalating until somebody gets seriously hurt. And that's, mind you, this is no matter the gender. This is no matter the gender. If you don't call out the abusive behavior, regardless of the gender, where people are getting their hands put on them, if you don't call it out, it keeps escalating, right? Yep, Christian Coleman is like too many brothers, a stone cold simp, certified simp. And it was interesting. There was a video I just saw earlier today where it was a black man getting attacked on the streets by two white women, right? It was two white women physically attacking a black man. And there were black women around and black men. And nobody wanted to step in to defend the black man from the white woman attacking him. Now, it was interesting because the person that was reviewing the video, he called out specifically the black woman for not stepping in and removing the white woman from the black man who was clearly being attacked. And it was a lot of black women making excuses in the comments. Oh, isn't that your preference? And blah, blah, blah. But what's interesting in this situation with Christian Coleman and Sha'Carri Richardson, when the police questioned Christian Coleman, or when the media questioned Christian Coleman, he had her back. He didn't throw her under the bus. He kept his mouth closed, and he decided not to press charges. So even in an abusive situation, he still had Sha'Carri Richardson's back. Now, we already know if this was reverse, if that was Christian Coleman putting her hands on Sha'Carri, or another black woman that he was dating, she would have thrown him clean under the bus. Said everything to the cops, said everything to the media. I don't know what got into him. He needs help, and he needs to, pay his debt to society. So that when I saw that Christian Coleman video where I showed in the last stream, and I'm just like, damn, even when they be talking about black women aren't protected, here's another example of a black woman being protected unequivocally, unashamedly by a black man. Yo, this is crazy. Yep. Long live the king. Shout out to Long Live the King with the $5. You're going to like this new soundbite that I got. Shout out.
Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
We got money, nigga. We got money, nigga. We got money, nigga.
Shout out to Long Live the King with the $5 super chat. Sorry, I knew you guys would like that new clip. But anyways, he said, bro, not one chick I spoke to, work with, or dated has even breathed a word about this. They're pretending like it never happened. Now, yes. And then on top of that, the video that we will go into, the stuff that Sha'Carri said about her boyfriend in this video, even her saying, look, why he's the man in this situation. Why are you arresting me? It's just the playbook is undeniable. Women's only defense now is to just like you said, not speak about it and just act like it didn't happen. That's their only playbook, because the playbook is out. Because when they get arrested, when they get arrested, everything kind of, and when people start getting nervous, they start speaking their mind. And it's interesting I'm talking about across all demographics. When certain people get arrested, they start speaking their mind, or they start speaking, like they get nervous and they start speaking what they think. I've seen this happen with a white man when they got arrested. I've seen this happen with a black man, black woman, white woman, all across the lines. When they're about to start getting arrested, they start speaking their mind. And it's interesting the stuff that they say, or the things that they think that they're going to get away with, or what they think they're being accused of, even though they're completely guilty. It's interesting the stuff that they say. It's wild. But in this case, the playbook is out there. The playbook is undeniable. And she said it. Even in the middle of the video, you're gonna hear, I'm in a domestic violence situation. Y'all don't understand I'm like, so you're admitting that you're okay. But before I show you that video, I want to show you an old Sha'Carri Richardson video, because there's been a lot of particularly black people that have given Sha'Carri Richardson so much excuses for the way that she acts. Watch this. Sha'Carri Richardson airplane video. Let's see if we can find that one from like about 2 years ago. Yes, where she got removed from the airplane. Yes, this video right here.
Place it all.
This one right here. And I want you, and this is only about a minute long video that they're going to show. And it was interesting. I think they told her like to put her phone away or something. And she started causing a whole mess. But I want you to guys to pay attention to her cadence, her accent. It's everything that you're going to see in the airport video. But this is a initial video from 2 years ago where she got removed from an airplane after her altercation with the flight attendant. She got removed from the airplane.
Carry-on luggage.
Flying not working today.
If you have small
Vacation time.
devices, such as cell phones, tablets, and smartwatches, please switch them.
You recorded me, but you jumped in my video, so I caught you because you jumped in my video. You're harassing me at this point, so I think you should stop.
Hear her tone, the cadence. Now she's going into full flight victim mode.
I think you should stop. You see him, right? Y'all see him, right? Okay, but I'm sorry, it's not me.
And she thinks the crowd is agreeing with her, but they're telling her to stop it. And she's gonna realize it in a bit of a second.
See him? No, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to stop. If you do not know what's going on, do not yell at me.
You can stop recording.
No, I'm not going to start recording because I was making a video to myself.
Recording.
I'm going to not start recording. And this video will show what you're doing. So who the are you talking to, man? Thank you. Like, no. I want to talk to the captain because he was very unprofessional. Okay, you got money. I don't want you to get in trouble, Mom. I got you. I got money that I do not work.
Now, anybody that has dealt with particularly BWs that grew up a certain way, I know a lot of them like this. As soon as they start getting into this mode, it's basically you're basically in a lose-lose position. I knew a girl specifically like this. Now obviously I knew plenty, but I knew one that stuck out, that really stuck out to me when I was younger. Anyways, the thing is, she had during that time, she acted just exactly that way. Anytime the teacher would catch her with something, she would turn into this. she would turn exactly into this, right? Oh man, I'm like she had a way of doing things, and then I remember during that time, we were in middle school. She actually had a crush on me, but during that time, she would hide it by trying to disparage me. But that's how a lot of BWs flirt. So then when you call her out in public for it, I remember I had embarrassed her in front of her friends about catching her stalking me, and then she turned into that, but it didn't work. So this is on par of course for the average BW that grew up a certain way, particularly a BW that grew up around her aunts, her single mammy. If they grew up in the inner city, they have friends like even if she doesn't act like this, she has friends that act like this. It's par for the course.
I fly every dog. Come for why? I have to come off the plane. Is he going to be removed off the plane as well? The flight attendant? He's not going to be removed. I'm just trying to understand the situation. So he's not being removed after being unprofessional and having his hand in my face. You get off, please let me know because I got one on here too. So can the captain come, and does the captain know the situation? He's not going to come. No. So I'm being removed off the plane without.
Yes, you are, ma'am. But I remember this video had came out, and there are other incidents from her that have happened, but like people don't call her out, and they always made excuses for her bad behavior.
Out even being explained of why. Right. Call me when you do get off her bike. Yes, I am. Y'all have no idea, and I have the evidence. So I hope that you are okay with your actions. No, ma'am. You want to make your flight so bad, but yet you don't understand having integrity.
Oh yeah, I remember. So then I remember there was a more extended video of this, and she was talking to like, man, you guys don't know who I am, and blah blah blah. And I was like, what is wrong with this broad? And shout out to the comment. He said he did not jump in the video. She moved the camera to him. Starts with a lie. Exactly. So this is the same type of behavior that you will see in this video that I'm about to show you. And I'm going to be playing this video damn near all day. All stream. I'm going to be playing this video all stream. So this is the official additional footage of the police going into the TSA security check, going in and questioning Sha'Carri Richardson and eventually arresting her. And this is her reaction to this. I will be playing this video now.
Severity of like we're in the airport, chill out. She had my bag. I want to get my bag, and we're both going to the same place.
Are you seated together?
So we're staying together.
You're seated together.
I'm not sure because we were supposed to be going a long time ago.
Okay.
And so now we're just sitting in the airport.
So you guys having just a rough patch in your relationship? What's going on, man? Okay. So you tell me about he did you lay hands on her?
No, it's nothing like that.
She didn't lay hands on you? You sure? No pushing, no hitting,
nothing like that.
None of that. Just verbal.
Shout out to Long Live the King. He says the pointed raptor claws are always a dead giveaway. Facts. Facts. And like I said, there's a lot of, I'll say this, there is a lot of BWs I know they act like this. I'm not, I'll keep it a buck here. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But I'll say a specific type of BW acts like this. This is what you're talking about, a BW that grew up. Corey Holcomb explained it the other day, and he said that years and years past. He said this is the offspring of wretched club bitches. This is the result of the offspring of wretched club bitches. This is how they act. You know what I mean? When they're not getting their ways. But right now we are seeing the cops with Christian Coleman trying to separate him from the situation, asking if he's okay, asking if he's, if he's upset, blah, blah, blah. Trying to make sure, basically trying to victim, which is Christian Coleman, from Sha'Carri, because they saw the video. They saw the TSA video.
If that's all it is, it's none of our business. Okay. So if you guys make it unclean, maybe you should go up there and ask for different seats. Just let some time kind of, right? So
no, you did not. No. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I have to get my special bag. Is there anything else that you can let me know? Because now that you have these officers involved, is there anything I need to?
Yeah, why don't you come talk to me over here? Come talk to me over here.
Again. Hello, hi. So we're in a relationship. I will no longer mess with him or what he had going on. He has some stuff in his bag. I just need to get out of my bag.
Okay.
My iPad, some clothes. I can stick it out, put it in my suitcase, brought his bag back. That's pretty much it. But we have a relationship, this, kind of thing going on right now. But yeah, exactly. But I brought his bag back. I took all of my belongings out. I would leave him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I have a flight coming go.
And unfortunately, this is also the thing. I always say this when it comes to white women and black women are less believable when they're going into full victim mode, right? So there's always a saying that what they say, a white woman's tears is worth more than gold, right? That's an old classic saying, but this is one of those cases. So when black women do stuff like this, they're not believable. They're just not. So even if they are in a situation, unfortunately, they're just not believable. So whenever you see black women start talking about, oh, don't be messing with these white women because if they point out and do something to you, you're going to get targeted. It's true, but really it's not. They're not saying that because they're actually looking out for black men. They're actually jealous that white women can just literally point and then their word is bond, right? It's actually an envy over how how their words still have more power than their words. Because if black women were in that same position of power, where if they could point to somebody going and getting into trouble, and the white police officers would just believe what she's saying, she'll pull it. They still do it, even though they know police officers don't believe them. So that's something I wanted to point out, because you're gonna see how disingenuous, how fake she is with the officers, her cadence, her tone, everything. It's gonna be fake. So this is something I also wanted to point out.
For myself, like I said, I'm on the phone right now. I have all of my belongings, but you don't have to worry about me while I'm in the airport with him at all. I just have to get my belongings out.
Do you have your ID on you? And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah. Do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking.
A possible assault.
Assault? Oh, Christian.
Hey. Listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making
it's
sure.
It's not him that reported it. One of the TSA folks reported it.
Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere.
Okay. But
did you guys pay attention to that? Because she thinks that Christian was the one that called the cops. But what a lot of abusers like her don't understand, if somebody from the outside in is looking at the situation, it doesn't matter what the two parties involved. It doesn't matter what happened between them. If somebody from the outside calls the cops, one of the cops got to make an arrest. So Christian didn't have to call the cops. It's just what you were doing was enough for the TSA to call the cops, and that's why they're there. But that's how you can tell who's the abuser, because there's a lot of times they come onto the scene, they don't know who's the abuser, they don't know who caused what, they don't know who started what. But this is one of the telltale signs that this is the abuser, where that you'll have the abuser yell out, "Oh, you the one that called the cops?" That's usually kind of the telltale sign who's the one in the wrong. That's usually one of the telltale signs. But specifically if it's like a really one-on-one back and forth type of thing. But this is interesting what she did. I want to rewind that part again.
Yeah, do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking?
A possible assault.
Assault?
That's
Oh,
what
Chris,
not by him. Hey.
So right there, she starts yelling at Chris. Oh, so Chris, you think I assaulted you? This is how you know she's the guilty party off rip.
Listen,
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making
it's
sure.
not him that reported it. One of the TSA folks reported it.
So even after he said, look, it was TSA that reported it, and look what she says again.
TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
That's crazy. Even though she first of all, she has no evidence of Chris doing anything to her, but that's already her default response. Oh, you think he's assaulting me? Well, I have evidence of him assaulting me. Even though she doesn't, because she would have been the she would already have something, but she doesn't. That's just already her default response, and that kind of should show you what it is. What a lot of people don't understand, a lot of men don't understand that the women that they're with right now has evidence on them, or has threatened to have evidence on him. Look at Steve Crowder. Look what happened to Steve Crowder. Even though she didn't have any evidence, she basically created one on the spot. And when the people in charge of the case, of the divorce proceedings, when they asked her, okay, where's the rest of the evidence? She just refused to give it to him, because it's really a whole bunch of tape that she left out. But she picked that one specific day where Steve Crowder might have said some not so nice things after she provoked him. And then she was able to save that specific tape and then label it abuse. And then so now when she finally files for divorce, all of a sudden, I have this evidence of him abusing me. But just to let you guys know, there's a lot of dudes. I'll say, yeah, most dudes are with people with women that has evidence on them. And even if there is no evidence on them, they will create one on the spot.
Okay, but like I said, yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Yeah, but I would definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I needed to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled. So the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you don't mind, can I step over here? I can share my ID.
That's fine.
So we will pause it right here. I want to read this comment right here. She's evil. And this is kind of me showing that clip. That part is very important. Just understand. The broad that you with, she got evidence on you. Even if you don't think, even if you treated her perfectly, even what people even understand, even with Destiny, you know that Melina still tried to say that Destiny was abusive. A lot of people don't even know this, but she even pulled that card on him. So everybody knows they know this is the default response when a woman is in a breakup or in a divorce or something like that. She will levy some kind of abuse or hint towards some kind of abuse going on. And they know they can get the public to their side. So this is very important. This is very important. And I want to take a break from the video because I just want you to. I want to show you the comments. This is what I was talking about. I want to show you guys the comments on that situation. Oh man. Because when the video came out yesterday morning, I was like, oh, there's no running away from this. There's no running away from this. Let's see if I can bring up, because I want to bring up specifically Shade Room, Spiritual Word, and these black outlets. And we're gonna pay attention to the comments. We're gonna pay attention to the comments on that. This is some interesting stuff. Let's hit a zoom 200. Yep. Shout out to Captain Rogers. He said, worst part is he tried to keep her name clean and she just tried to throw him under the bus. And that's the clip that I just showed you. Somebody said, got him a Dallas woman. She's from the hood too. And I didn't know Sha'Carri Richardson was from Dallas. So somebody should have told me that off rip. Were you talking about women from Dallas or Houston? I know this. I'll say this from personal experience. I already know like women from Houston, they like to fight. That's I already know that. Or from parts from around Houston, women from Houston like to fight. And I'll say this, yeah, Dallas hood chicks, you people, you don't want no parts of that. Where is Sha'Carri from? Because I had no idea she was from Dallas until just about recently. So right here, Sha'Carri Richardson, place of birth. Apparently she grew up in Dallas. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. I should have known. I should have known. You not trying, like, any chick that's talking about she's from Houston, she from Dallas. Nah, that ain't it, dog. That ain't it. Them chicks over there, but I'll say specifically Houston chicks, but Dallas chicks, not that different. They like to fight. They like to fight. They like to fight. So, just putting that out there. I knew specifically of this one chick who I actually tried to meet via Instagram. She was from Houston. This young chick. And I remember last I heard, because she likes to get into fights and all this stuff. But I remember last I heard from her was 2021 or 2022. She said she was going to go to New York City. And I had asked her, wait, you going to New York City? That's kind of around, I can low-key be there. That was the last text I sent to her. The last Snapchat I saw from her. I was like, wait a minute. And I did not, I should have asked her, whoa, who are you staying with? Like, I thought you didn't have no family up here. Who are you staying with? I did not. I should have asked her that. But the last text I had sent her was, oh, how long are you staying in New York City? Or, oh, I didn't. Oh, no, I asked, oh, I didn't know you was up in New York City, basically, right now. And then she had a chat, and she was just with some random dude. She was just with some random dude. Her last chat, her last Snapchat, and I haven't seen her since. I don't know. Maybe she got suspended off IG. I don't know what happened, but that is the last I heard from her. It was like 2021 or 2022. So I don't even know. But I remember talking to her specifically, and I was like, oh, she likes to fight. And then she goes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I already know you like to fight. off rip. What are you talking about, Chris? And then literally the next day, I got suspended off IG. They suspended me, Chris, again. I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. Because I already be knowing. Oh yeah. Oh, another example, Beyonce. That's why I do not trust Beyonce. Because Beyonce, she's from Houston. She's from Houston. I know she's capable of dirt. Beyonce is capable of dirt. I'm putting that out there. She from the Houston area herself. B-dubs from those locations, they like to fight. They like to fight. Uh-oh, here we go. I saw a lot of comments like this. That say, why are they showing this to everyone? Why is this our business? America is a very weird place. And this is another deflection tactic, typical deflection tactic from the average BW, right? When they get held accountable, they get their dirt put out, they get exposed for what they are. All of a sudden, you doing too much. Why are you showing everybody our business when they getting held accountable, right? Here we go. Bilal the show he says, her saying the fact that y'all are arresting me when he is the man is a problem. So let's I don't know if we can fast forward to that, but let's let it play to that. Let's let it play to that part. Oh, my bad. I forgot to share the tab. Hold on. Let me share the tab.
Till 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you don't mind, can I step over here? So I can share my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is.
And look, you see how eerily silent, the white male officers are, and the TSA workers. Look at this. Hold on.
So
Watch
mind,
this.
can I step over here? So I can share my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome. Thank you.
I just pay attention to this. It's like they see the troublemaker in progress and her trying to act like she didn't do nothing. And they're just like, man, this bitch, is she gonna stop with this act? Because they, like I said, they said they saw the TSA video, and then here we have the actual TSA person that probably saw the whole thing of her acting a plump gorilla, right? A plump chimp, all of that. And he just got to just see her just act like she didn't do anything. It's really one of those things where it's just like, wow, this bitch is really not going. She's just gonna continue to act like she ain't do anything. That's crazy.
Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian Coleman put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward.
Yeah, this is usually the play right here. Christian Coleman's a coward. I want nothing to do with him. Blah blah blah. Look what he made. Look at the position he's putting me in, and all that nonsense.
My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grabbed.
She don't even realize, like, right there, you're base. She really should be staying silent, but right there, she doesn't realize she's actually right in front of the officer's face, justifying why she had put her hands on Christian Coleman. But she doesn't even realize because she's such a liar and a manipulator and an abuser, and all of that. She doesn't even realize she's doing that to herself.
And emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice.
Oh yeah, that's Christian Coleman right there in the background.
So I just want to be more professional and just
Him talking to the officer.
It's come professionally, let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem,
so
and
here's the
walking
deal,
up to you
right?
guys.
It's
So
not
I'm
illegal
not
to
hiding.
argue,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be
Hit him
honest.
with any-
Cap. And you saw it with the TSA video that we all saw last week. Everybody saw that she put her hands on Christian and even threw her headphones at him.
No, I haven't hit him with
Headphones,
anything.
nothing like
Not
that?
at all. He had headphones that were mine, and I just grabbed the headphones, but not physically. If you would like to ask me, you can ask him, but
Well,
I don't
my
want
partner's in
anything.
here, and I just want to get your side.
Okay,
So that's why
absolutely.
I'm
You can
asking
ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Is it Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri.
Thank you so much, Sha'Carri
Hey,
Richardson.
Sha'Carri.
She's so fake, dog. Oh my god.
What's
Yes.
your phone number for you?
And like I said, I don't have a problem cooperating because, like I said, it was some
Appreciate
relationship stuff. So that's why I came up.
Do you
and
give
everything.
your boarding pass by chance? Just so I can just take a photo of that. Just to
Absolutely,
document.
yes. And you can contact me whenever you need to. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. If you don't mind me, I'm just
No,
step around.
no, you're good.
And this is not my boarding pass. That is Publix. Right here.
Perfect.
This is my boarding pass.
So this is the one that got delayed.
So this is, I want to say my original one, and this
That's your
one.
new one.
No, this is my original one, and this is the one that got delayed. And then the new one, the picture, and I'll
Okay.
look for you for the new one if you don't mind me.
Yeah, I
Looking.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Right now, I don't think I have it, but they moved my flight to 10 p.m. If you don't mind, I don't think I just physically have it. But you can take a picture. I don't mind at all.
So last, are you going heading back to Florida?
Yes. No. I'm heading to Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I can probably find it this way.
Yeah, you can find it that way.
It's just to kind of document what's
No,
going on.
please. Please document everything. I have no problem with you documenting anything. And I'm gonna do my part so you can do your best, document everything. I would never. If I ever talk to him again, okay?
Yeah, dead giveaway. She's still talking to Christian, trying to talk to Christian. She's still trying to talk to Christian across the room. It's giving that vibe. What is that? It's giving that vibe of remember Training Day. Remember Training Day at the end when Alonzo was trying to he was still calling out Jake's name. Jake, you think you can do this to me, Jake? every other 5 seconds, you guys don't understand. Jake, you gonna leave me like that? Jake? That's kind of one of the telltale signs you're dealing with the villain. Yeah. That's one of the telltale signs right there.
If I ever talk to him again, you punch me in my face. I will never, ever talk to him again. I will never do what you again.
Okay.
But I have to put that. I'm so sorry you're grabbing me right now.
Yes, because you finna be arrested. What you thought this was? They saw the video, and you're still being the aggressor. You're still being the aggressor, even though they separated you. Still the aggressor, right?
You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't assault him though.
Video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
Jake, you think you could do this to me? Jake. Jake. I gotta do one. Somebody's gotta do like a skit of like the reenactment of Training Day, and it's just gonna be just Alonzo every 5 seconds when he's talking Jake, while everybody's walking away from him. That would be perfect.
He doesn't get a say.
But I understand we were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact is,
when you see the cop's head down like this in the background, that's how you know you. that's how you know she in the wrong, dog. Where the person that they arresting, they just. And the he or she is just still going off on a tangent, even though he or she is clearly guilty. And you just see that the cop just put their head down like this, like he's Jadakiss in that interview that he did with the Diddy interview in the Nori interview, and Jadakiss had his head down the whole time. If you see a cop just with his head down the whole time while especially if it's a woman just talking, that's how you know she's in the dead wrong.
your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation. I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you.
And also, let's rewind this real quick. Let's hear what she said again. Watch this.
Entirely, we were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply.
Damn. The fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this relationship. Wow. Freudian slip. That's not even a Freudian slip. That's just damn. She just basically revealed the playbook right there. It's not even a Freudian slip. It's just a real. You just told on yourself right there. They just expect the man to be arrested, even though she's the aggressor, she's the clear abuser. And she still expected Christian to be arrested. This is interesting stuff.
I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply.
And this is the part where it's completely indefensible. This is the indefensible part. Bilal the Show 13 said, her saying the fact that y'all are arresting me when he is the man is a problem. And you have another dude trying to make a joke out of this. Somebody said we got to hold her accountable because if it was him, y'all would crucify, bro. So here we have another black woman deflecting. She said the shade room is the weapon formed against black people. This wasn't needed. But when Shannon Sharp was going through his nonsense, y'all wanted to make an example out of him. When every other black man is going through their nonsense, especially if a white woman's involved, then all of a sudden you guys is making jokes. You guys are saying he deserved it and all this nonsense. So I don't want to hear that shit right now. Somebody said, thank God for video footage or he would have been the one going to jail. Exactly. If there was no video footage of this, Christian Coleman would have been arrested. He would have been the one being arrested for domestic violence. I mean, shoot, look what happened to Jonathan Major. And he was the one getting assaulted, except it was a white woman this time involved. Right. And he lost everything. And he was the one that got assaulted. He was the one getting chased. And I remember when that predicament happened, it was just all you see is all these comments. You see what happens when you're messing with white women? No, I always said the only difference is if he was messing with a black woman, there would be a chance where, because it's a black man, black woman, there's actually a chance where the officers or the people involved are actually going to get to the bottom of the situation and see who's at fault. Because it's now they're just looking at a black man and black woman. So now they're going to actually look at it fairly. That's the only difference. So now this is basically a reverse Jonathan Major situation. Almost a reverse Jonathan Major situation. She's the clear aggressor. She's the one following him. A phone was probably involved with this one as well. And because it's a black man and black woman, they're looking, they look at the video footage and they actually judge it how it's supposed to be judged. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. And look, she still tried to throw him under the bus. She still tried to say, oh, I got evidence of him doing this to me. I got evidence. She tried to pull what Jonathan Majors then girlfriend tried to pull at the time. She tried to pull what she tried to pull. Sha'Carri tried to pull what Jonathan Majors' ex tried to pull, but it didn't work. So that's the only difference. They're going to still pull it. It just doesn't work when black women pull it. So that whole nonsense about, oh man, you got to be careful if you're dating white women, it's just another tactic of scaring, trying to scare black men out of, they're basically trying to scare black men into dating black women, or specifically black women like them. But they're still pulling that same nonsense. They're still bringing that same drama. It's very interesting. Baker's in the chat. Shout out to Broski here. He said he's the man in the situation. I'm a goddess. Arrest this peon called man, not me. I saw the other day I saw a profile pic, and it was me and this dude. We was joking around. We saw this profile pic of this one chick, and her in her bio it said the perfect goddess. Something like that. She's like the perfect. I'm like, what kind of and I'm like, this is the same bitch. This is gonna be the same bitch calling people narcissists, but in her bio it's just her saying that she's the perfect goddess. I was like, are you kidding me? Baker also says this is the hidden mentality and you will never change this. Identify and run away. It's her underground program system. Never change someone especially women. Remember that this other guys he made self-defense and caught his ass busted. Yeah. Hold on. After she went to the hospital, an aggression was registered, even though in self-defense, and it became the basis of her accusation. Woman equals trouble and chaos. Ain't no peace with a woman. They even admit it. But it's gonna take a lot for people to understand this. There's no shortcut to this. People think, oh, if I date this race of woman, this is gonna happen. If I date this other race of woman, this is gonna happen. There's no shortcut to this. When you're living in America, women know that they can pull this, whether it works or not. So it really should actually scare you when you see black women pulling this, even though they know it doesn't really work for them. They still gonna pull it. That's actually very scary. That's something I try to put out there. Shout out to Zimit Moms. This is a female user right here. She says, yes, it's because she's a woman. If this was a man, you would cancel her. Women don't want equal treatment. They want preferential treatment. Shout out to Zimit Moms with this post. Let's give her some love for this post because this is facts. These are facts. Oh, this is a gym girly. But anyways, these are facts. Whether she's pandering or not, these are facts. And we've said this on this channel all the time. Women don't want equal treatment. They want preferential treatment, right? Or when we talk about liberals in general, they don't want equal opportunity. They want equality of outcome, right? There's a difference between equality of opportunity and the equality of outcome, right? There's a huge difference. A lot of the far left, what they're fighting for, they want equality of outcome, not equality of opportunity. Equality of opportunity, that's a cover up. They want equality of outcome, right? In fact, somebody said, baby, you can't be fighting in the airport, period. So somebody's trying to give her a pass. Somebody says she already apologized, but yet here we are. No, it don't matter if she already apologized. And I should show you the apology. I'll probably show the apology video later on. Oh no, I will. But it was so disingenuous. That apology video that she dropped of her acting up at this airport, it was so disingenuous, so fake. You know what oh my God. And it's interesting. I what's that comment that I saw where she said, "Yeah," Zimit Moms said, "Yeah, it's because she's a woman. If this was a man, you would cancel her." You know, she didn't lose her Nike sponsorship. She didn't lose no sponsorship. She didn't lose no advertisement. It's so interesting. Hold on. Sha'Carri Richardson. In fact, they posted a Nike advert of her, like a completely brand new one after this. It's great. Like right here. Let me show you this. Nike promotes Sha'Carri Richardson on website after domestic violence arrest. Because it was like right after that happened, they put a brand new Sha'Carri Nike advert on their page right after the DV arrest. Now, dudes have been accused of certain disputes. I'm talking about just the accusation, and they will lose their sponsorship. They will lose their movie deals. Look what happened to Jonathan Majors. He lost everything, and he was the one getting chased. He damn near lost everything. Now, when a woman is doing these things, and it's like confirmed, they put a new ad. They put a whole brand new ad promoting her, fresh off the evidence. That's wild. To me, that's wild. I was like, damn, she ain't gonna lose no sponsorship. Yep, they said the track star is front and center on Nike's official website. Because I remember the last time I checked the Nike website, she was there. Let me see if she's still there. I will laugh my ass off if she's still there. Yep, she's still there, guys. She's still there. You can't make this up. Look at this. They still have her up there. They still have her up there, front and center. Hold on. Let me see if I can go back. Yep. They still have her front and center. This is crazy. Everybody else, they would even Nike would have, if this was a male athlete, they would have dropped him. They would have already dropped him. I'm talking about off the accusation, they would have dropped him. This is wild. This is wild. They still, if you go on Nike.com right now, they still have her as one of the headliners. It's the first commercial that you see is her promoting the shoe Vomero Plus. I can't believe this. This is wow. I can't believe this. All that talk about domestic violence this and DV this. You have to speak up and blah, blah, blah. So now, anytime any of these NFL players, NBA players, they got into it could be a small situation. All of a sudden, their shoe gets canceled. They get stopped. Or if that doesn't happen, they lose their job. They get suspended from their job. And Nike just going ahead, just straight. They don't care. It's just like, what? And people talk about people are talking about male privilege and all this stuff. I mean, wow. That's why even me, I always said this. Look, I always said this. When that Ray Rice situation happened and all that stuff, I was saying at the time, nah, I don't think this is right because the NFL already had the video. They already gave a punishment, they should not be rehashing this video for the public to see. But now, once the roles are reversed, it's crazy how you have these companies standing 10 toes down when the roles are reversed, when it's the woman doing the abusing. I can't believe it. You would have thought they'd have the decency to delay the commercial. You think they'd have the decency to delay it all? Nope. They're like, the show must go on. You go on Nike. If you go on Nike.com right now, you go on Nike.com, you go see Sha'Carri Richardson as the first commercial that you see on Nike. Wild. Baker said, but I date Asians. Oh, let me not go in on those guys. But let me read the comment. So Baker is making fun of the dudes that think they're going to get away with it just because they date Asians. Just to let you know, Asians, they're notorious for poisoning people's food, but in terms of their husband's food, but we'll leave that alone. Okay. He said the traditional Japanese couple, the guy gives all the money to the woman. Guys either go delusional or dumb mode in relationships. Exactly. Even in when you're dating an Asian, people don't understand. You're literally, the man is giving her all his money, and not only her all his money, it's her family as well. You had to take care of her family, her parents. That's something that people leave out when it comes to dating Asian women. You had to take care of the whole family, right? But it shows. But like I said, that just shows that men are willing to do whatever it takes to keep this to keep this charade going. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yep, Michael Irving unfortunately was a victim of this. Just the accusation. Just the accusation without looking at the evidence. Just the accusation. They release him. The evidence comes out clearing his name. Instead of apologizing, they just, it's too late. He's gone. You're just like, you're just going to drop him without evidence. Okay, this is what they do. Like I said, there's a lot because this with these companies, there's still mostly males at the helm of these companies. So they could still, at the end of the day, not overreact. But now when a woman is doing, like, when a woman is finally getting caught doing what she usually does, just straight up caught, nada. No drop of sponsorship, no nothing. And this is all the stuff I'm like, or these are even the things that Bill Burr would say back in the day and all these. He's like, why? He said, I don't think it's a good idea for these athletes or somebody said something racist or whatever for them to lose their sponsorship deals over a mistake, right? This is the stuff that Bill Burr was talking about back in the day. And then the problem is when we say stuff like this, they think we're just making an excuse. But like now that women are in the power position, they're not gonna they're not gonna let their sister hang out to dry. They're not gonna do that. Baker says, just search about the teapot weapon, hidden venomous tea with a simple mechanism. She will kill you sharing some tea, staring at you, smiling. They've already caught a bunch of chicks like that where they put like bleach in the coffee maker, put in stuff like over time poisoning their spouse, putting stuff in the pot, putting stuff in the teacups. They've been catching a lot of broads doing that lately because dudes be having cameras in their homes, particularly older dudes now. We got people got Ring cameras, people got all types of cameras in their house now, and they will catch and they've been catching a lot of these women putting things in their husband's food and all this stuff, and they'll catch it on camera. So this is a quite common practice. That's also why I also encourage dudes. People might disagree with me on this. I always encourage dudes, learn how to cook. Don't rely on women on how to cook, because who's to say she get mad at you and then all of a sudden she puts something in your food, and she might just be going through her period. So you don't, guys, learn how to cook. Learn how to cook, and you'll be surprised how you're just like, oh, I've been trying to rely on somebody else to do something for me, and I can just do this myself. And so now they can never hold that over my head. Who's going to cook for you? I can. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of dudes I know, they know how to cook. So it's but what ends up happening, a lot of those dudes, there's a lot more dudes cooking for their wives now, more than there's wives cooking for their husbands. So it's a whole role reversal, but it just shows, I'm like, okay, so if you can cook and you can do all these things, what's the use of having a wife? And I'm talking about in 2025, you know what I mean? But that's why I always tell dudes, learn how to cook, just do those things, so you're not so easily manipulated by a simple act when you can do it by yourself. Okay, so Ticket TV has an alert that I might have to look at right now. Let's open up Ticket TV's channel. Let's open up Ticket TV's YouTube channel. Oh yeah, by the way, Ticket TV blocked me yesterday because I made a joke. Meaning he blocked me from commenting on the live chats. I said he was making it was a the topic yesterday, it was about Dr. Umar Johnson being caught scamming, and Ticket was making excuses. Let's keep in my opinion, I thought Ticket was kind of giving Dr. Umar a little bit of a pass, more than he did with Shannon. So I made a joke. I was like, Ticket is giving Shannon he's giving Umar Johnson a pass and not Shannon. Pay attention. It was a Star Report joke, right? This is a typical joke showed on
Also,
on the Star channel, right? So that's what I said, and he's like, "What are you trying to say? You're blocked." But let me see, because he said something about he said there's explosive news involving Jay-Z and Shannon Sharp. So let's see what happened. Jay-Z, Shannon Sharp. Something must have happened, but we'll see. I guess something happened. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I find it very detestable that Nike, because knowing if this was Christian Coleman, if he had a Nike sponsorship, and if they were saying that he put his hands on Sha'Carri, just the accusation alone, he would have not get no front page commercial. He would not get no front page commercial. That's just a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face. Yep. Somebody said treat her the same way if the tables were turned. Facts. But anyways, let's go back to that video.
I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But she had me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, show something different. So if I need to show that, I will. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Bruh, what is wrong with this girl? And shout out to the cop for telling her, shut up, don't talk to Chris. You under arrest. Don't talk to the victim. You're the abuser here. You're not the victim here. You're the abuser. And she's still trying to create a narrative that Christian did something to her, even though they have her on camera. It's talking about something. It's going to show something different on my phone. What on your phone is going to show you something different that the cameras didn't already pick up, and what all the witnesses already said in the airport. But it just shows you it's just the default setting of I'm a victim. This happened to me. This is why I even say, people talk about in the past, oh, men were abusive and all this stuff. They were doing this, they were doing that. I think we need to call into question all those past stories of, they say that men would just beat up broads and they would just do it. Nah. We got to call into question, because in every woman's story, she's always going to portray herself as the victim. Even with all the cameras, she's still playing that card. So who's to know of all those women in the past when they would say, oh, I was with this guy for a little bit and then he just left? Because nobody really had the balls to ask, okay, why did he leave? Why did he leave you and the 2 kids y'all had to? Something happened. You said something happened. It's not just, oh, dude just up and that's rare. That's very rare. And the only time when stuff like that would happen is if that guy had another family, or that guy had some paper, he had some resources, and he was messing, and you knew that too. Like, well, we can go into a whole other story about that. But we really need to call into past all these stories about, oh, these men were abusive, because they're still playing that same exact card, like we're still in the 1920s, even with all the cameras around showing you to be a liar.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now? You are actually gonna go to jail. Wait, but right now, I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him? We have it on Christian, are you serious right now? All right.
Jake.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay. I will never fucking shoot again. Ever. You gotta go this way. Okay. Can we please hold these, protect the soldiers or something?
Hold on. Let me not dismiss this. Baker said, just search about the teapot weapon. This might be something that the public might not know about. Teapot weapon. Poison. The assassin's teapot. Oh, ish. Never mind. I get the idea now. I understand it now. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yo.
This is an assassin's teapot. It can be used to pour yourself a drink and to pour a drink for your enemy.
That's wild work.
You can then down your drink to prove that the drink isn't poisoned. There's no poison in there. Don't worry about the poison. There is no poison. But then when your enemy takes a drink, they find out that it is poisoned. And by the way, this doesn't require you to spend the last few years building up.
As soon as I saw the beginning, I was like, whoa, hold on for a sec. I was like, whoa. When I saw the beginning, I was like, whoa. Okay, be careful out there, fellas. Be careful out there. That's all I needed to see right there. That's all I needed to see. Baker says the situation is simple. In many states, a pardon of the victim is useless. If the situation is seen as domestic violence, the aggressor is busted. And unfortunately, like I showed last week when I did the Sha'Carri Richardson live stream, Christian Coleman, he decided not to press charges on her, which was a massive mistake. That was a massive mistake. But that's what he decided. That's what he decided. That's what he decided to do. He decided not to press charges on Sha'Carri.
Like, this is like completely unacceptable. We are in a relationship. We had an argument. Are you serious right now? So I'm under arrest for assault right now. Okay, let me go. I'm not resisting or anything. We know you're not. I feel like I'm not resisting. So that's on record, correct?
Yes, it's on audio, video. Everything's being audio, video, camera. Yep.
But absolutely. Can I at least get the handcuffs off? Like, I'm not violent or anything.
It's policy when you guys go to jail.
It's policy. So are y'all gonna arrest him? I plan on pressing charges on him then. Okay. I plan on pressing charges on him.
She's the one being arrested for DV, and she's trying to press charges on Christian. So, like I said, that narrative, it's funny. Like, over these past couple weeks, ever since Shannon Sharp has had to give that money away to that white lady, that white girl. Ever since then, you've seen examples after example after example of black women trying to do the exact same things that white women are doing. Literally the exact same thing when it comes to suing black men for their money, trying to get them on DV charges, even though this usually happens in general. But now you see more public examples of black women still trying to do that same exact thing when given the opportunity, even when it's not going to work.
This right here, I feel like it's completely unacceptable. We had an argument as in a relationship, and y'all didn't see me put hands on me, but y'all saw me put hands on him. So, okay.
Excuse me.
So, am I going to jail?
You are going to jail.
Who's going to bail me out?
You can make a phone call when you get there.
Are you serious right now?
And she's talking all that crazy nonsense about Christian Coleman. I'm finna press charges on him and blah, blah, blah. And he decided not to press charges on her. And that's how she was able to get released. It's crazy. I will say that black women will look at this video and they will still say that black women aren't protected. They're literally gonna see this video and they're just gonna act like whatever. They're still gonna act like, oh, the black woman's biggest enemy is a black man. Oh man. Anyway,
I have to go see a judge first before that.
Can I please make a call to my family right now?
Nope.
Are you serious? Can he process for me? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, right now. Oh my gosh, okay. Who would I be able to call right now? Any numbers that I know?
You can bring your phone with you to jail.
Okay. Thank you so
and when
much.
that happens, and you can ask them.
When y'all let me go, can I call and press charges on him? If possible? But because y'all have me on camera,
correct.
Y'all arrested me, correct? And y'all didn't even listen to my side of the story. Y'all just arrested me, correct? So I just want to hear that part of the story. Because I have proof that, and if everything, okay, I'm not even I'm not resisting. I just feel like this is crazy. And y'all didn't even listen to the woman's side of the story, but y'all accept the fact I wasn't on video.
Has she been read yet?
No, I
heard her. You didn't even listen to the woman's side of the story. You've spoken plenty.
haven't had any rights read to me.
We're gonna go ahead and read your rights.
Please don't read me my rights because I feel like I'm stay in jail for the night.
You didn't even read me my rights, and then she goes, "Well, we're about to read your rights. Please don't read me my rights." That's awesome. Hold on. Let me rewind that for a second. That was funny. That was hilarious.
Because I have proof that, and if everything, okay, I'm not even I'm not resisting. I just feel like this is crazy. And y'all didn't even listen to the woman side of the story, but y'all accept the fact that was on video.
Has she been read yet?
No, I haven't had any rights read to me.
We're gonna go ahead and read your rights.
Please don't read me my rights for that.
You didn't even read me my rights. Okay, we're about to read you the rights right now. Please don't read me my rights. That's got to be clipped. Somebody's got to clip that. That is actually funny. That is very funny.
No, I haven't had any rights read to me.
We're gonna go ahead and read your rights.
Please don't read me my rights because I feel like, so I have to stay in jail for the night? Are you telling me that? I have to go to jail for the night?
Yeah, I'm just saying, usually when you see, a person like this being escorted out the airport, you see white people got their heads down like this, low key just shaking their heads. They don't even want to say nothing. That's how you know she wrong. Nobody's trying to say no slick comments, or they're just like, they're embarrassed for her. They're embarrassed for her because she was acting a plump monkey in there. That's how you know she was doing what, like she was the one in the wrong.
Yes. Do I have money if I can bail out tonight? Can I bail out tonight?
No, you have to see a jail.
I have to stay in jail for the night? Are you kidding me right now? I have to go to jail tonight?
Hold on.
I'm not arguing. I'm just asking
All right, you have the right
questions.
to remain silent.
Can I get out tomorrow?
Anything you say can't be used.
Get out tomorrow?
Yeah.
So they're reading her rights right now.
Okay. I'm just asking, yes. Can I get out tomorrow?
If you can afford to hire a lawyer,
I can afford a lawyer.
For questions if you wish.
Okay, I have a lawyer. I can pay for a lawyer.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take everything out of your pocket.
Okay, but on my phone, all the numbers that I have. Okay. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that all the numbers that I have are on my phone. Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I am.
I can pay for it for me to get out of this
It's not even
situation.
out of it.
You understand your rights?
You understand my right?
Okay.
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna fight you. Take whatever you need. Just take it. Just take it.
I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. Baker says she's incredulous. Sorry, she's incredulous. Hope I said that right. That the camera busted her version of the incident. I have proof. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, what are you talking about? Proof? They already got you. But I wanted to highlight OJ Desire's comment where he just said, "Damn." And right when I read that comment, I read this comment from Instagram right here where he said, "I like her, but the full body cam footage shows how willing she was to get him locked up instead. That doesn't sit right with me." Like this whole video where she's willing to completely throw Christian under the bus, even though she's the one in the wrong. Christian was actually trying to protect her because he wasn't the one that called the police. He wasn't the one that called the police. That was TSA called the police, or whatever standby person, the person on standby called the police. They went to TSA, they checked the cameras, and then they went to separate both of you, but specifically you, because her and she was the aggressor. And meanwhile, that whole time, Christian Coleman is trying to protect her, and she's trying to get him locked up. The whole time, trying to throw him under the bus, trying to say, "Oh, I got evidence on him," even though she has none. She has none. Because if there was even a little something on him, a little, I'm talking about text messages from 20 years ago. if there was something, she would have posted it. And that's why before this body cam footage came out, she had a whole apology that she dropped. Let me see if I can find that apology. That's why she dropped that apology video. This dropped before this footage came out, because I'm pretty sure her publicist and all these people like, you better apologize right now because you're about to be looking mad guilty in a little bit. That's why she had to drop that apology video before this footage, before the footage came out, before this footage came out. But it's interesting that whole footage is just her trying to throw Christian under the bus, and he's the only one in this predicament trying to defend her, trying to protect her name. When the media came up to interview Christian, he still didn't throw her under the bus, and he's the one being abused. Interesting stuff. And really, I had that same reaction OJ Desire. Just damn. There's no defending this. And you already know the point has been made where you see BWs on Instagram talking about, oh, they doing too much. Why are they showing all of our business? They just trying to, and you're like, no, accept the accountability. She got caught. Yep. OJ Desire says, for real, she crazy. I'm surprised she was confident. Well, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's the default response when a woman like this gets in trouble, really of all races, mind you. When a woman gets caught like this and she gets in trouble, that's the default response, victim. And I got evidence on the dude, even though he wasn't the one that called the police on me. I did this to myself because of my actions, but I got evidence on my boyfriend, even though she has none. So it just shows you this is the plan. This is usually, so if they get caught up, they finna throw you under the bus. That's the plan. So it's really sad when you look at it. It's quite sad when you look at it.
I'm not fighting or resisting. Thank you. Just let me know. I just want to record and I'm not resisting.
Okay.
I'm in a domestic violent relationship. And y'all captured me. I can show you proof of me being in a domestic violent relationship. And he won't even come out here enough to. So now she's trying to accuse him of being in a domestic violence relationship. Notice the term that she used. I'm in a domestic violence relationship. Low key, she told on herself. But her lies and her brain is not going at the same speed. You know what I mean? Her lies are going one way, but her brain power and her speed is going a whole completely different direction. Because most women will just say, "Oh, I'm being abused too." She can't even say it right. I'm in a domestic violence relationship. What? You're in a what? Who even says something like that? But that was her low-key snitching on herself that she's the violent one in the relationship. And this is something that a lot of people, even her fans, and they were saying it jokingly, but they know she's the violent one in the relationship. And they were just saying it in a way like, "Oh, Christian Coleman, you a bitch for letting." But we all know who's the violent one. It's her. She's the violent one. You know. So, I'm like, who even says it like that? Right? Watch this. I'm not resisting.
Okay.
I'm in a domestic violent relationship. And y'all captured me. I can show you proof of me being in a domestic violent relationship. And he won't even come out here enough to help me.
Do you have anything underneath this?
No.
That's because when she said it like that, I was like, who even says it like that? But that was her basically snitching on herself.
I just have only a bra.
You just have a bra?
I just have a bra on. Thank you.
Just make sure there's nothing in there.
Okay. Who would I have to call to get out of jail? I just have a bra. I made that.
The same boyfriend that you're trying to throw under the bus. That's the only person that you can call in that situation.
I don't have a bra. Who would I have to call to get out of jail?
What? So for DD.
So I have to stay
At
with
the
me?
checkpoint.
Can I call anybody?
Yes.
Turner. On again,
So
off
would I
again,
be able to
boyfriend.
I don't know. I'm not lying. I don't know my You can go ahead and say, hey, this is the number I need.
You want to take your cash with you?
Okay, thank you.
You want to take your cash with you to jail?
Yes. Can I bail myself out?
You got to see a judge first.
I have to see a judge. Like I can't even bail myself out. Can he say that I wasn't being domestic? Like, we had an argument as a relationship. Okay, I'm not resisting. I promise you.
Yeah, that same boyfriend that you try to throw under the bus, you basically have to hope, in which he did, but at that moment in time, all that issue was talking, all that lies he was putting on his name, now she's realizing she has to hope to God that Christian doesn't press charges, or she would still be in the holding tank for a minute.
I promise you, I don't have anything in my pocket. I'm just asking. If he says that I wasn't being domestic, y'all still are going to arrest me no matter what, correct? Yes. Y'all still going to arrest me. So I have to stay in jail overnight tonight because of him? And he's not going to come and bail me out?
I'm going to put your ID back in here.
Okay, I just have a question. Can I get bailed out tonight?
Not tonight.
So I have to stay in jail tonight? Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I got to see a judge in the morning.
Please, like, he can tell you that we were arguing. I'm not resisting. Please do whatever you gotta do. I'm not resisting. But can he tell you that we were arguing? Like, can he come here and tell you that we were arguing? Like, does that help me at all? Are you serious?
That's all right. That's sweet.
Please, I have a question.
No, they already answered your question. They already answered your question, young lady. Stop it. Yep. And watch her not get canceled for this. And OJ Desire, I hope you saw that Nike page. I don't know. Do I still got that Nike page? If you go on Nike, they still have her shoe commercial up there. They still got her shoe commercial. It's wild. They still have her shoe commercial. Everybody else, their shoe would have been gone. I'm talking about forget a commercial. Their shoe would have been gone. They still got, for them to even release, they literally released it as a brand new commercial, fresh off the videos and the arrest. Wild. Long live the king says, and dudes claiming she probably got good punani because she's crazy, needs to be. So I always hated that ish. First of all, I know two specific women, right, who I enjoyed being with the most out of all the women I've been with. They weren't crazy. Well, they were. I'm talking about they weren't crazy with me, right? But the reason why I was with them is because, and I was able to be comfortable around them because they were not showing signs of being crazy, if that makes sense. That whole I've never liked that statement where they say, "Oh, all the crazy girls got the best punani." I mean, is it really that? Is that what it is? Because I can't really be around a crazy woman in general. I can't be around a crazy woman just in general. And by the way, if you're a young man, I will say, yeah, specifically if you're a young man and you're a person that and you find yourself in some punani with women around your same age and you're in your 20s, as long as she's not terribly unhealthy, you're gonna enjoy the sex for the most part, especially if it's raw. So that whole thing about crazy girls having good punani, right? I remember Dick Gregory had like this joke when he talked about he's like, what the F is good pussy, ninja? What the F is good pussy? And people thought he was crazy for saying that, but he said, okay, you saying that this woman has great pussy, but she has a whole trail of men. Tell that to her ex. She has 3 ex-husbands, and you talking about she has good pussy. I mean, if it's that good, why they all eventually leave? Eventually, they're going to have men that leave them anyways. So that whole thing about good punani only being attached to crazy, nah, I just think men make terrible decisions. We overlook red flags just to get laid, and men end up finding themselves in very terrible situations with certain women just to get some punani. They'll like I've seen videos where dudes are like overseas in like Brazil and they're following the girl that they got at the club home, and they're following these girls into like slums. Like straight slums. And I'm like, this is the distance that men will go to just to get laid. And they'll get laid, and then once they come to their senses, they realize, oh fuck. Just because a bitch is crazy does not mean, oh, she got good punani. I've never, there's no, sorry, if the punani is attached to a crazy woman, I don't care if it's good or bad or whatever, mid, whatever, I'm out. I'm out. Because these are the same dudes. They'll even, because these are the same dudes that say that, they'll say stuff like, oh, single moms got the best punani. And you're just like, bro, are you kidding me? Now this is just you just being a bottom of the barrel scraper. bottom barrel scraping ninjas. That's what I call them. These are the same ones. Oh yeah, if she ain't a lady, if she ain't 280, right? She ain't a lady if she ain't 280. Trying to justify their love for fat women. Oh, fat women be all right. Anyway. Yep. Fresh ad is brand new commercial. Fresh off the allegations. Fresh off. It's not even an allegation. It's fresh off of her committing a crime. Fresh off her committing a crime, specifically DV. And they had remember when you used to have all these NFL commercials, all these guys acting like they're about to cry because they knew about a woman that was getting hands put on them and all this. I mean, so cringe. So cringe. But anyways.
Does that help at all that AV come out and say we were arguing? Okay, I'm not resisting, please. Nobody got to. But can he come and say that we were arguing, like we're in a relationship? We had an argument. Carrie. Can he come and say that we were arguing? Like that's the only thing I'm asking. Like we were arguing. We don't know this relationship. Like I know y'all understand that. But I have to go to jail tonight. Like even if I bail out and he says that he's not even out here.
We don't have any discretion about that. The judge says we have to go to jail and we have to see.
Are you serious? Like I have work, like everything. We're in a relationship. We had an argument, and that's how y'all gonna treat me. He's not even out here. Can y'all talk to him? But I'm going to jail. Are you serious? I'm not pushing. I'm not resisting. I don't have anything on.
I know. I just have to check.
I don't have anything on. You got everything. I don't have anything.
I just have to check.
Are you serious? He's not even coming out to vouch for me. Can he come and vouch for me?
Yeah, I already know the cops is already looking at Sha'Carri like a crazy person. After asking, can he come out and vouch for me after you done try to throw this man's name under the whole bus? After you, I thought, didn't you just say that you had all this evidence of him being in a domestic violence relationship? Thought you had all this evidence against him. Now you want him to vouch for you? Vouch for you for what? What are you talking about, ma'am? I already know they're looking at her like, this bitch is crazy. Wild. But oh yeah, and also this thing when people talk about oh yeah, man, crazy woman got the best punani, right? But that's also part of, people, unfortunately in the community, right, or in the black community, there's this thing called hate fucking, right? So they tend to be attracted to the woman that's giving her giving him the most attitude, giving him the most problems, the most whatever, all that. They're attracted to that, is so they feel like they conquered the broad if they can still get her into the bed. So this is why you end up with a whole bunch of kids, right, in the community, where they're like, these kids are a result of because the mom needed $40 right? Or it's a result of being hate fucked, a product of hate fucking, right? Dude just wanted to conquer the bitch because she was acting crazy towards him. And now you end up with all these kids that are not made out of love. And people wonder why we have the results that we have. It's crazy. That's what I was gonna say too. When I mentioned the example of the girl that had a crush on me when I was in middle school, like I'm not touching that. Like, and she, like I said, she was shocked that I didn't have the same reciprocal feelings, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna like somebody that's actively disparaging my name. It just doesn't work that way. Respectfully, I wish you nothing but the best, but I thought you were an enemy, and even though now that it's clear what the situation is, I still can't fuck with you because what you said about me, those words still hurt me. So, but like I said, women like that, guys will go out their way to try to quote unquote conquer, when really you're supposed to be staying far away from a woman or a girl that's trying to mess you up, that's not speaking life into you, that's just trying to disparage your name, trying to call the police on you, and all this nonsense. That's not a woman you should be messing with. I don't know why. I feel like this should be common sense, but you still got these people. They're in their. I'm talking about these guys are in their 30s, 40s, still speaking this way. I'm talking about they're in their 30s and they're speaking this way, and you're just like, these are the same dudes talking about they was 13 years old with their 19-year-old babysitter. Oh yeah, I slept with my 19-year-old babysitter. No, dude, you got taken advantage of. Oh no, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. All right, okay. And they wonder why you got all these black dudes that like thick women. The type of women that they're asking for sexually is they want women their age, but they want women with baby weight on them. So basically, they want a woman that's basically built that has that resembles the women that took advantage of them when they were young. And people can't put two and two together. But like I said, these are the same. They spout this rhetoric out there. Because I'll say this, it is true, because when black women do make fun of you and all this stuff, they try to Jones on you. It's a flirt. It's basically their idea of flirting, but not to me. Not to me. You kidding me? You'd be like, it's a lot of black women I saw like this, especially when I was younger, and then I would meet with or I would see them later on, and they think it's all good. No. Please. Anyways.
Like nothing. I'm just asking questions. I'm not resisting at all. He can't come out here? Are you serious?
You guys have a chance to talk?
Are you serious, ma'am? We had an argument. I'm not resisting. Can y'all just talk to me as a person?
I am talking to you.
I would legit leave him alone. Like, I won't go nowhere near him, please.
She snitched on herself again. She goes, I'm just gonna leave him alone. She needs to just stop talking. There's too many times in this exchange where she snitches on herself.
We had an argument. I'm not resisting. Can y'all just talk to me as a person?
I am talking to you.
I would legit leave him alone. Like, I won't go nowhere near him, please.
We don't have that discretion on this call.
I'm asking you. I haven't done.
I'm gonna just leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Just please. another, I guess, overt Freudian slip. I don't even know if we could call it a Freudian slip anymore. It's just out there.
Anything but argue with my boyfriend.
We have you
I
on
had a
camera.
boyfriend. We had an argument.
I understand
Where's
that.
your car?
However,
I don't have a car. I had a layover. Are you serious right now? Are you dead ass right now? And I have to stay in jail overnight for this?
you have to see a
I
judge.
can't even bail out tonight.
Correct.
Can I at least pay for bail? I cannot bail out?
Mm-mm.
Can I at least take the clothes off in the back seat? Please. I'm not going to resist y'all.
You want the coat off?
My name is Sha'Carri Richardson.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't have anything. You can put my hat off. I don't have anything on me.
So I'm just giving you a transport vehicle.
Can you please take these off?
Unfortunately not, ma'am.
I'm
At this
not
point,
a
you're under
criminal.
arrest. I know that.
I'm not a criminal. I had an argument with my boyfriend. You know what? I'm not resisting y'all. I will sit in the car. This is crazy. Y'all not even listening to me. I do. You want me to take it off?
We don't listen to abusers, ma'am.
It's not a weapon. Like, I'm not resisting. I had to argue with my boyfriend.
I know, but you gotta.
Can y'all please just listen to me as a person?
You have to
Sha'Carri.
You have to go ahead.
You know what? I'm gonna just actually, let me not do that. But I'll say this. It's gonna be people. You know what people gonna do? They're gonna troll her because it's a lot of people that kind of they've called her Sha'Carri for so long. A lot of people don't know it's actually Sha'Carri. So it's gonna be a lot of people that gonna troll her. They're gonna be like Sha'Carri. Oh, I mean Sha'Carri. Because they know it's gonna piss her off. It's the same thing, like, you know how like on this channel, I don't call her, Kamala Harris. I call her Kamala, and I'll say I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same. I'm definitely gonna do the same. Definitely gonna do the same.
Yep. Thank you.
This is crazy. Are you serious right now? Because I'm arguing with my boyfriend.
Do you guys get the phones that were? Do you guys get the phones that were?
They're like, finally, silence.
Phones. Do you guys pick up the phones that were on top of the green?
I just got out here. I'm sorry.
The phones that were on top?
No, we already got everything.
Okay, the one that was over. Okay. I don't know if both of those are hers or one of them are his. Yeah, they were just both in her pocket, so. Okay.
I don't even know how I was able to stretch this video out for damn near 2 hours. I don't even know how I was able to do that. But thankfully I did that. Because I had a feeling this was going to be a longer episode. So if I had added any other segment, it would have been long. No homo. Yep. So right here, this tweet, it says, it became so scary when she said, why am I being arrested? And he's the man in this situation. Like, it plays into the exact idea that women know exactly what they are doing, and the lack of accountability isn't a personality defect. It's just a choice. That's what I've been saying. That's why I always say, at the end of the day, it's a choice. Because I think sometimes, because people will say, accountability is a woman's biggest kryptonite. But at the end of the day, a woman can literally go her life. Excuse me. Sorry. A woman can go her whole life, especially in America, without even having to work. And I'm talking about, it could be a good woman too. She doesn't even if she play if a woman plays her cards right, especially back in the day, she wouldn't even have to work. So when we talk about accountability, well, they don't really need it per se, right? So when we talk about a lack of accountability, it's not necessarily, it's a personality defect of a woman. It's just their choice, and they know all the advantages, the disadvantages. She tried to play all those cards all at once, right? Why am I being arrested? I got evidence on him, even though they already have her on camera being the guilty party. She tried to pull all those cards out. And let's look at the apology video that she had. This apology video that I'm about to show. This was before the apology video that I'm about to show. This was before the additional footage came out. Oh, my bad. I didn't even share the tab. That's embarrassing. But here we are. Let me try to find that apology real quick. Here we go, right here.
Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away. Hey y'all,
Does this even look like she's apologizing or even holding herself accountable? Even just her demeanor, she doesn't mean none of this. It's wild. This is wild. This is wild. But I do find it interesting that she's not going. Yeah, she ain't gonna lose no sponsorships. She ain't gonna lose no. She ain't gonna get suspended. Some very interesting stuff. Some very interesting stuff. But like I said, that apology video that you saw, that was before the additional footage came out. So you already know her publicist said, like, look, everything's gonna come out on y'all. You need to get in front of this, right? You got to apologize right now. And that was not no apology. That was definitely not no apology. Weak ass apology. Weak ass apology. But anyways, I'll say this. I'm surprised. I'll say this. I am surprised that Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens are still together. I am surprised. I am surprised that I would have thought they'd have broke up by now, only because the amount of scrutiny that couple faces, but specifically with Simone Biles, the scrutiny that Simone Biles gets from her own community for going out with Jonathan Owens, and because Jonathan Owens said he feels like he's the prize, and he's been getting harassed ever since. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that they still together, because that kind of stress, there's no way a couple can really make it with that kind of stress and with that kind of scrutiny. But anyways, so shout out to them. Shout out to them. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Oh, also, before I leave you guys got to see this one story that's been going viral. This is a bit of a bonus story I got to give y'all. This is a bit of a bonus story. this is a bit of a bonus. Right? Oh man. Let me share the tab. So in the UK, what's happening in the UK right now? The Surrey police in the UK, they're doing a sting operation where they have officers going undercover as these quote unquote sexy female joggers, so they can lure out these men that are quote unquote catcalling them. And once they catch one of these men catcalling them, they're gonna arrest them. So it's basically a undercover sting operation to arrest men that like to catcall women, but they're doing it in Surrey County. This is the most disingenuous thing I've ever seen this is one of the most disingenuous things I've seen in my life. Anybody that like Surrey County is one of the richer parts of England. It's it's around the London area. Right, it's right outside the London area. We talk about Surrey County, but like, please, this is ridiculous. But I got to show you this bonus story. It's one of the most disingenuous stories I've seen in a while.
For people to recognize that it's not right, it's not just a small act, it's a thing that can make someone feel really quite uncomfortable. So I think it's important Surrey Police are taking it so serious. It's one of our force priorities. And for me, that makes me feel proud to work for Surrey Police, because for me, it's such a personal experience. And I know for a lot of other, if not all other women who experience it. So I feel empowered to be a part of such an operation.
And interesting, I want you to notice what they have her wearing, or what she decided to wear to lure out the catcalling men, the so-called mysterious, evil catcalling men. I want you to notice what she's wearing. She's wearing yoga pants, tight-fitting clothes, and yoga pants. Now, if you ask the average broad, okay, why do you wear yoga pants? Oh, they're just comfortable. This basically proves. So now, to look for the male attention so you can arrest them, look what they did. Look what she's wearing. Yoga pants. Or what's it? Tight fitting leggings. Yet if you ask them, oh, I'm only wearing it because they're comfortable. BS. BS.
I feel empowered to be a part of such an operation.
These women aren't friends out for a run. They're actually undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female runners.
This is ridiculous. This is like, they got nothing else better to do, especially where they're doing this. They're not going to go to Merseyside to do this. They're not going to go to the bricks, right? They're not going to go to the bricks. They're not going to go to London and run this operation where they can actually, because it's going to be a whole bunch of ninjas and immigrants and people of color that they're going to catch if they were to do something like that. So they're not trying to make themselves look good. So they're trying to do this in Surrey County. Who are you going to catch in Surrey County? And if those areas that I mentioned, like, they would be in actual danger if they was out there running by themselves, even as undercover cops, they would be in danger. So they're doing this in Surrey County where nothing really happens. So now you're going to, it's going to be this, it's going to be one of these Caucasian dudes out there. He's just going to shoot his shot. He's like, you know what? Let me just shoot my shot. And then all of a sudden you're under arrest. What's the worst? Shoot your shot. What's the worst thing that could probably happen? You're going to get arrested. You can't make this stuff up, man. But those ladies, they need to stop it. This is ridiculous.
Staring, hanging out the window just to look at us, and it's so prevalent.
and police teams are ready to intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed, or shouted at, pulling people over.
So if anybody honks at them, if anybody catcalls or says something in passing, then the cop is going to pop out nowhere and you're going to be under arrest for catcalling. This is, come on, man. This is.
Those kind of behaviours may not be criminal offences in themselves, but they still need to be addressed. And of course, the people that are like.
So they're not criminal offenses, but yeah, we're doing a whole underground, undercover sting operation for this. This is, come on. How about this here? This is the stuff that a lot of people were talking about this, where particularly feminists, they just basically want to criminalize the male sex drive. That's what they've been trying to do they've been trying to do this forever, for the longest. Just basically trying to criminalize the male sex drive. Because even the same stuff happens in the United States. They'll have these prostitution stings. Oh, we need to stop this and prostitution is illegal. But I'm like, if you actually want to stop the problem, wouldn't you be targeting the prostitutes, not the Johns? But when they do the prostitution stings, they target the customer, not the person that's actually dealing the product. In which is really, they're just targeting the male customers, basically trying to pay for sex, which I always thought this was ridiculous. But a lot of people thought that there's a lot of dudes that gave police a pass for doing this. I always thought that was just a complete waste of taxpayers' money. They're wasting people's time doing stuff like that. But when you would say stuff like this, oh, well, you pay for box too, even though that's not a thing. But I just don't think we should be wasting our time looking for adults that be paying for punani. I think this is a waste of time. First of all, there's also women that pay for male escorts as well. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing that people don't like to talk about, but I digress. There are things that are always set up in these Western civilizations where they try to take advantage of the male sex drive, and they use it to get money off the male sex drive, or they try to arrest you just for showing your public affection, basically a public affection for women. As a straight heterosexual male, they try to criminalize it. But I do find it interesting they decide to do this in Surrey County. That's just funny to me. That is hilarious to me. That's funny.
To commit those kind of behaviours, they may then go on to commit more serious offences or more serious behaviours.
This is ridiculous. Hold on, let me look up something. Surrey, because last I checked, Surrey is that's like one of the richer parts of England. Let me see, Surrey, UK. Let's look up. Yeah. Yep. It said Surrey County, non-metropolitan county. Surrey is a ceremonial county in southeast England. It is bordered by Greater London to the northeast, Kent to the east, east of West Sussex. Yeah, is Surrey a wealthy area? Yes. Yeah, they say yes. Surrey, England is generally considered a wealthy area. Yeah, I was about to say, last I checked, Surrey, that's the people that are more well off. They tend to flock to Surrey. This is where, if you have a family and you don't really want to be in that London area, you go to Surrey County. And then look at the demographics: 76% white, 76% white British, 8% other white, 2% Asian, 3% black, and 2% mixed. So these are one of those well-off counties, well-to-do counties. Yep, it says Surrey's location for easy commuting to London, making it attractive to professionals working in the city. Yeah, because I was about to say, yes, last I checked, I was like, Surrey's like right out of London. It's like right outside. Yep, right outside of London. Now it's interesting they don't want to go to London and do this experiment. They choose the suburb right outside of London. The suburb right outside of London. That's funny to me. Very, very, very what's the word? Very convenient for them. Very convenient. Yeah, they want nothing to do with the actual London area. No, yeah, no Watford. Oh man. No Crawley. They don't want to do they wouldn't want to do Crawley. Did no Southampton at night. They do it in Surrey County. Come on, man. Because everybody knows, anybody that's familiar with England, nothing's happening in Surrey. Stop. Oh man, they cannot be serious with this. But I say this. Yeah, we're oh man. He said these chicks are legit fours. Facts. They won't do it. They're not gonna do it in the urban areas. They're not gonna do it. And we already know why. He said Surrey is dull as a farm. Facts. But yeah, that's the funny part. Worst she can say is no. Imagine they do this nonsense in the United States. Especially when you got people here, and I'd be begging these dudes. I'm like, do not approach these broads. They on demon time. They recording themselves, especially in the gym. I always say the gym is the worst place to approach a broad. But you got these dudes, man. Nah, man, if you don't regret this, hey, don't worry about it. There's a lot of things. What? Okay, the best thing that can come out of it? You approach a broad at the gym. You smash. Okay. Eventually, you guys are gonna break up. That's the best thing that's gonna go. Eventually, she's gonna find another gym bro. And then then she's gonna put a restraining order on you. Then you're gonna have to find another gym. That's your best bet. Because really, you're just, especially nowadays, you just have to, unless if you're a gym trainer, right? You just have to, if you smash a broad at your gym, you better hope that your D game is terrible and she just doesn't want to talk about it. Because if she catch feelings for you, or she likes you, or something happens, something don't work out, you're going to have to move gyms. And basically you need to hope that your D game is so trash that she just doesn't talk about it and she just avoids you. And even then, if somebody asks her about you, she's going to trash your name. So, and you're going to have to, and then if something's going to happen, then you're still going to have to switch gyms. That's the worst place to pick up broads, is a gym. But you got, shoot or shoot. This is the stuff, the nonsense that I hear on Twitter, Instagram, and all these spots. They need to stop this. OG decides that they're gonna make it illegal to look at women. Well, in Australia, it's illegal. It's illegal if you're in a club and you stare at a woman too long. It's illegal. In Australia. That's like the feminist, like, final boss, like that's the final boss, like, feminism when you talk about Australia right there. But I thought this story was hilarious. I'm like, this is beyond ridiculous. I'm like, these hoes ain't got nothing else better to do than to do this. Yeah, so let's look at the comments. Let's look at the comments. It says, let's see, the cops do this in the areas with high levels of immigration. They won't. These are facts. These are facts. You can't even, like, even if you're a person of color, you can't even be mad at this, because we know what these chicks is trying to do. This is just ridiculous. And especially where they're doing it is like, come on. Peter Lloyd said, as if they only want to arrest white men. And I agree with this. I agree. This is a complete waste of police time and money. But yeah, this is ridiculous. A dude said, I'm gonna put on some yoga pants and pull them tight so everyone can count the crinkles around my asshole and see if I can get a cat call. Oh man. But anyway, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. I'll probably drop that video tomorrow about the that cat call video, because that's just ridiculous. Oh, and I got a bonus video though tomorrow to drop. It's gonna be kind of long. It's gonna be kind of long, but I got a bonus video to drop. It's gonna be different from the rest. It's definitely gonna be different from the rest. It's not gonna be the same thing. It's not gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be a different twist to it. It's gonna be a different twist to it. Because but it's basically gonna that video that I'm gonna drop tomorrow it's going to definitely target when we talk about these PUA people, particularly these channels, the Riz channels, these people that just be going up to broads. I hate those channels with a passion. I'm not gonna lie. I rather look at because I think the King 6'8", the Great channels, and the Duke the interactions that Duke Dennis posts, I think that's different from the average Riz channels, because really with those guys, the women are approaching them. So that's actually a better example of how it should go. So that's my. But I'm talking about the average Riz channels. They just piss me off because it sets a terrible example. But anyways, thank you guys for watching so far. I think I made the best decision by just playing the video from the beginning and then just not taking any breaks, just playing it from beginning to end and expanding it. But it's very interesting what they it's very interesting with that footage, what Sha'Carri Richardson was doing. I do find that very interesting. Yo, man.
Stop it. Get some help.
But anyways. But shout out to the super chat. Shout out to Long Live the King with the $5 super chat earlier on. I appreciate that. But thank you guys for watching. I don't know what video I can land on with this with this one, but I guess we'll figure it out. We might, we'll land with we'll just land with Julia Fox and Dr. Umar. Thank you guys for watching, and notice the language that Sha'Carri Richardson was using. It's clear that the playbook is very clear. Right. So peace out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I got a couple videos dropping tomorrow. Thank you guys.
Donations. Gifts. More.
Would you say you hate men?
I hate the patriarchy. There's a lot of really good men.
Judd?
Answer the question.
Do I hate men? No.
That's a lie.